player 50. You don't call or write your fans. This'll be the last DM I ever send your ass. It's been weeks. There's still no word. I don't deserve it. The last one was about Mike O'Hearn. It was perfect. This is the last text I'm sending you. I know.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Half Natty first official podcast. I'm here with the Natty, Zach side. Wait, are you Natty today or what? What's going on?
Right now, yes.
Today, Natty. Right now.
Natty,
or
now.
Like this hour or today?
It's been about 13 hours and 27 minutes, I would say.
You're full Natty.
Full Natty.
You pissed it all out. It's out of your system.
It's out.
Yeah.
It's completely gone.
I am Sergei, aka Trense. Yeah. So we are here with our first podcast. So we're going to get into how we met. People always want to ask us how we met. So how do we meet, Zach?
Well, growing up, we, believe it or not, both played sports, basketball mainly.
Okay.
You know,
that's great.
Remember when?
But what about I was going to say how we actually met.
I think I beat you one-on-one.
In basketball?
In basketball.
Impossible. But none the case. Before that is when I was walking to the gym and I dropped a vial of Tren. And you picked it up and you ran and you say, hey man, you dropped something. And we looked each other in the eye and we knew that it was, it was going to be a bond right there.
It was at first sight.
Yeah. Love at first Tren.
At first pin.
Love at first pin.
Love at first pin.
Yeah. So that's, no, we knew each other from high school. We played basketball together.
It's been like what, 20 years plus, 22, 23 years, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. And, we didn't really keep in touch until like recently he moved next to me, and then he would hit me up, bother me, keep asking me like, when am I gonna work out? Well, the time, he wanted to know my whole schedule. So I'm like, fuck man, I can't hide from this guy. So I told him what time to go to the gym, then he shows up and he's constantly there every time. So I'm like, all right, I guess we have to work out together.
I have a little bit different of a story. I remember getting text messages and you were like, you're basically like, hey man,
I was asking for gear.
I need a gym partner. By the way, do you have any Tren?
All right, I do remember something like that. That is something I would text. Yeah, that's true. Like, hey man, we can only work out if you bring some Tren. And you brought some Tren. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Well, like we said, it was love at first pin.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how we started. But people really want to know is how 50% Natty started.
I like that story, man.
That story is great. Yeah. So from what I remember is we were at the gym and we were just talking to shit, shooting the shit, doing what we do. And I think like one of us just said that, like, oh, I'm 50%, like we're feeling like shit. And we always joke around like, oh, are you natty today? And like, you know what? I'm 50% natty today. And then we just laughed.
Because we
looked at each other and we're like, yo, that's fucking funny. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go put down a t-shirt. And you're like, yeah, do it. And we're trying to like talk how we're gonna do it, this and that. So a couple, weeks go by, I get 2 shirts made, one for me, one for Zach. And I'm like, boom, got the shirts made. And you're like, holy shit, you actually did it. I'm like, yeah, I told you I was gonna do it, right?
Absolutely.
We put the shirts on. What happened?
Bro, I mean, everybody's laughing. Anywhere we went,
yeah,
like, I love that shirt. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
We knew we had something there with that.
That's when we knew we really had something, is when we put the shirts on. We knew it was funny, but the reaction we got from other people was like, yo, that's fucking hilarious. Anywhere we go, they'll point and laugh at our shirt, love that shirt. So like, yo, there is something here. So after that, we said, let's make a video. I want to tell the people what a 50% natty is. And I had the idea in my head. And I was like, yo, Zach, film this really quick. And you're like, all right, So we filmed what a 50% natty is, me explaining that, what was it?
So basically, I know you're like, hey, come out to the parking lot. You're gonna catch me as I'm coming out of my car, because you love the shirt. Everybody loves a shirt, and it kind of goes, I think.
But what did I say? I don't remember. I honestly forgot.
Well, I'll tell you in a second. But it kind of goes, and it's predicated on the fact that everybody thought 50% Natty was funny. Yeah. And so you're like, well, I think you and I were talking, but then you came up with, no, yo, let's film this. Let's go into some comedy with it, and let's make something happen. So, like, follow me out. So you came out and you just asked me, what's a 50% Natty?
Yeah.
So that was the first technical skit.
What did I say though? I honestly forgot.
On the skit?
Yeah. Like,
have you taken a cycle in the past?
Oh, that's right. Okay. So have you cycled in the past? If you eat,
do you eat meat?
Do you eat meat?
With all the pesticides, with all the steroids.
Yeah. And honestly, there's some truth to it. So once you start thinking about it, it's like, all right, it's funny, but there's some truth. But then we got really off the wall when we said, are you vaccinated or not? Which, but people still were like, is he serious or is he not? It's like, no, it's all fucking comedy, but we kind of make it sound like, we want to make it like, is it real? Is he talking? And that's kind of what we do with our skits. We want to make, there's like a line
we want to make it so it's, I think, real enough. Like, but there's certain parts of it that are believable.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we kind of do with our skits. It's like, we want to make sure if like people see it, they're like, all right, is it real or are they just shooting this shit? Like, I can't figure it out. Are these guys actually fucking serious?
That was so funny about when I came up to you and I said, so are you natty or not? How we started the segment now. Are you natty or not? You say, right now, yes. That's where this shirt came from.
Yeah.
So we thought that was funny, and now, yes.
Yeah, but before that, so let me tell them. So we made the video introducing what a 50% natty is. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna create a TikTok account and I'm gonna put out there and see what happens. I put it on TikTok, literally nothing happened for like, 2 weeks, right?
It 2 weeks? I thought
it's like, maybe a week and a half or something, like nothing is happening. I'm like, all right, whatever, well, we got cool shirts, we like them.
Yeah, they're great.
Then out of nowhere, we just started getting, the video just started pumping. We just started getting action on it. People are liking it. People are sharing it. People are commenting. I'm texting Zach. I'm like, yo, Zach, have you seen TikTok? This is like a week and a half after we posted it. And he's like, no, what's going on? I'm like, yo, we're getting like tons of traction on this video. And then Zach was like, yo, we have something here. So first thing he said, we gotta make a part 2. And I'm like, there's really not a part 2 to it.
Right.
It's like, that was it. So then we're like, well, what do we do? I'm like, yo, let's just create fucking comedy. Let's go after what we do. We're gonna go after these fake natties. That's one of our messages, and create comedy and comedy style satire and go after these people.
I think a lot of, it's funny because a lot of our humor and the different things that we come up with, are not technically they are for the shorts, but our humor is longer based and more like Seinfeld, Key and Peele,
right?
These types of people that have created long form content.
Yeah.
So
we don't do simple comedy. We're not simple. Like our comedy kind of, like when we see people in the industry, the bodybuilders in the industry that are, don't all of these trends and then they're repurposing. Don't get me started.
The repurposing on all this stuff is ridiculous. We've seen this 1,000 times.
Unoriginal. Everything Jim comments. No, don't get me wrong. There's some people that are doing it originally.
Absolutely.
And we give them lots of credit. Great. Keep it going. But there's so many people that are, like you said, they're reposting other people's shit and just keep reposting.
Well, not even that. They're repurposing it as their content.
That's true too. They're not even giving credit to the original. Like if we're gonna reuse a thing, at least give some kind of credit back to the original person that made it or where you got it from. They're not doing that, and that kind of annoys me. So,
I totally agree with you. I think so. Once we really started getting into this, with our message and everything else, it really formed into something that. The stuff that's happening right now in the industry is insane, man. And all these people that are taking steroids, taking gear, they're getting there, a certain way, I would say, and then lying about it.
They're straight up lying. They're selling their bullshit ass programs.
Well, the Liver King is probably one of the most. ideal situations for this concept.
Yeah.
Dude, eat raw meat, work out, this, that, the other.
I don't even know where to begin with him. I mean, that's a whole segment with him. I mean, this guy is fucking ridiculous. Anybody, I feel, and then there's a lawsuit against him that he fooled all these stupid ass people that believed he was fucking natural and bought into his meat eating bullshit. And then they're like trying to sue him. But fuck you. You're stupid enough to believe that shit. Then it's your fault.
Welcome to the legal system, man.
Yeah.
I go to McDonald's, it's the same thing. You go to McDonald's and I'm suing McDonald's because the coffee's too hot. Come on, dude. You bought a coffee.
Exactly, right? That's exactly it. And then this guy, he wants to, and then he gets caught with the emails, you know, trying to buy gear. And then he doubles down on his natty status. Again, he's like, okay, well, all right, fine, you caught me. But this time I'm actually natty. Like, dude.
And meanwhile, he looks even more shredded.
You just want to slap this guy. You really do. That's how annoying this guy is. I understand he's doing everything for, you know, engagement, popularity.
It's all publicity, man.
Publicity.
PR. It's all PR.
But it's still annoying. Like, dude, why is this guy even getting publicity? You know? I
have no idea.
And he's just annoying. Everything he does is just annoying.
I agree. It's cringeworthy for sure.
Yeah.
I even hate that word too, but it is.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So again, that's a whole
other podcast.
That we can do.
But you know, long story short, I think kind of going back to how we started, you know, really, I think our focus in the industry is calling people out uniquely, that how nobody else is doing it.
Yeah.
And in our own way.
Exactly.
You know, everything that we do, that we come up with is original.
Yes. And if it's not, we give credit.
100%. And you know, even the comments, in the comment section, and they're saying that, you know, hey, thank you for telling the truth. You know how many times we see that?
Yeah.
Because listen, the bottom line is we're 50% natty. We really are 50% natty. You know, there's no reason.
Well, I thought you were 100% natty today.
Well, today I'm natty.
Oh, okay.
But prior, I've been 50% natty at some point in my life.
Today, I'm like, when I worked out, I was like 98% natty. That's how bad a workout I had today. Yeah.
Wow. No pump.
No, like
2% pump?
Like 2% pump. Some days it's like that. You just go with the flow. But anyways, I'm sorry. Go back to your
You interrupted my rant. Come on.
Yeah, my bad.
Where was I? Anyway.
You were trying to explain what we're doing in the industry with the calling out the fake natties.
So I think in doing it in our own way and making the waves that we're making in the industry, many people, and there's been, you know, very popular social media influencers that have commented on our stuff. I mean, people are seeing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Everything we do is 100% organic. We're not paying for anything. From the ground up, we want to make sure that everything has been authentic. And the only way we're growing is authentic. No ads, no nothing, none of that bullshit.
Yeah. So we call out some of the bigger names that you guys have known, like we call out Liver King, we call out Michael Hearn, we call out Simeon Panda, The Rock.
Sustanon Panda, did you say something?
Yes, Sustanon Panda. We call out The Rock.
You don't want to be too negative. Right
Michael Trend. Yeah. Which, by the way, going back to Michael Hearn is a whole other topic too. This guy is very smart. You know, he knows what he's doing with the industry, and he's playing along because he is like, if it wasn't for his fake natty status, he'll be just another dude that looks great taking gear. You know, so he's playing up with it, and he knows what he's doing, and everybody else knows as well. But he does have a humorous side to him because he understands what needs to be done. He's not like the Liver King, where the Liver King actually believes that he's fucking natty. I don't know what goes on in the Liver King's head. But Michael Hearn is different, but he's still a fucking fake natty. he's still a fake natty when it comes down to, but he knows what he's doing.
Listen, I got to tell you something. I have to tell you
and
something.
he looks fucking great for
I was going to say, you know
whatever
what?
old he is.
Obviously, it's not on the table if he actually takes something.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not been said, yes, I take X, Y, and Z. But for 52 years old or whatever he is.
No, he looks great.
Dude, he's in so much better shape.
Yeah.
That's
what happens when you run a low dose of trend, low dose of growth throughout. You know, you don't blast like fucking like a motherfucker. You keep it low, keep it simple. trend hard, you know.
And never give
and never give up, and you know.
What's that? Eat clean?
Eat clean, yeah.
if I had $1 for every time that I've seen that on our posts,
everywhere, yeah,
and
blah,
all
blah,
of this
blah,
and everything
blah,
else.
blah, blah, yeah. That's one thing we don't like to do is like go with the trend and do what's done before. Like, yeah, we get it, it's funny. All right, well.
You don't like to go with the trend?
Well, the trend, yes. Everywhere, wherever it's trend, we'll go. But going back to my point, it's like, so yeah, we call out the bigger names, but there's so many smaller names that you guys don't even know about that their accounts will say Lifetime Natty. Though they might not have 1 million followers, they'll have a couple hundred followers or whatever. On their bio is Lifetime Natty, and they're fucking trend out of their minds, you know. Ain't no fucking way. Like, you know, stop it. Who are you fooling? Like, dude, who are you trying to lie? Or like, are you afraid your parents are gonna see it? Or like, what are you lying about? Come out of the natty closet, right?
And that's why we did that skit.
That's why we did the natty closet.
That's exactly why we did that skit.
It's 2023. Come out the fucking natty closet.
Go check that
you
skit.
know?
I got to say, so kind of moving along, you know, all of our skits, everything, almost, let me say 95%, even more than that, maybe 98% of all of our skits that we've done up until this point are all based on real life and circumstances that I have faced in the gym, circumstances you have faced in the gym.
True.
You know, and people don't realize, and I think that's why a lot of this is catching, because people are, you know, a lot of people are able to resonate when saying, "Oh, that's happened to me."
That's happened to me. Yeah.
You know, when I go up in the gym and there's a big guy just laying on the dumbbell rack. No, not laying. But
you're right. That's.
But he's sitting on the dumbbell rack like he owns it.
So fucking true. When I started working out, back in the LA Fitness days, you know, I was natty at one point in time. I was. It's true. I was. I swear I was. On God. On God, I was natty. On God.
Damn, you natty AF, bro.
So you know, back in the gym, back in the day, natty days, you have the guys that, you know, you see all the time. They're juice heads, but they own the fucking gym. And they would sit on a dumbbell rack, and you're like, yo, nobody can, if I did that, somebody would fucking throw me across the gym like, yo, move the fuck out the way, little shit.
Or they're just gonna move you over.
Yeah, they're gonna say shit, they'll just push me. I remember when I was working out, like, so much shit happened to me, like, I think this guy was using like 5 different machines, and you know, he was the old guy, juiced out of his mind. I was still natty at that time, and I'm like, I didn't know he was using this, so I'm like, you know, I worked out, and he doesn't even say shit to me, he just walks up to me and goes, mate. And I'm like, what? He did that. He said, me. I'm like, oh, okay. I swear.
I never heard that one.
Yeah. He walks up and that's all he says is me. And I'm like, damn, all right.
I guess it's
all right, well, shit, I guess it's it. I guess he was using it. Shit I could say to this big ass motherfucker.
That's funny.
I was like, you know, I was 21 or some shit years old. Of course, now I'd fucking, you know.
Yeah, it's a different story, but
different ball game.
No one's coming up to you.
I'll kick him in his nuts now. Yeah, no old roided fuck is coming up to me.
Bro, speaking about one of the funnier skits that I think that we've done that kind of it didn't really get a lot of traction or whatever is with Jerry.
Jerry.
Because growing up in the gym, like when we were playing,
all
the old heads came in. They're like, back in my day.
Yeah. Like old heads, shut up. No, you never lifted like this. You never trained like this. Shut up. Like, enough is enough. No, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. Oh, back, I used to look like you. No, you didn't. Shut up. and by the way, we get those in, like, that's another thing I want to cover is in our comment section, we get a ton of shit that like, oh, be careful. I used to be just like you. Shut the fuck up. No, you weren't. You were nothing like me. Just because you took a ton of fucking gear and it didn't work for you, you had health issues, you are nothing like me. Zach, how do I eat? How's my eating regimen?
Bro, honest to God, I mean, you are probably one of the most regimented people that I know.
How's my training? Like,
you wake up in the morning, you have your egg white omelet or whatever.
I'm saying like in the gym.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, but the regimen is rice, chicken, veggies. The joke is that you won't even go out to eat, and if you go out to eat, you bring your fucking food.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, the almonds. I'm sorry.
Yes.
You gotta have your good fats.
Yeah, we got to.
And then the training is extremely regimented. The same time every single day.
Yeah.
You do very similar routines, or then when you switch your routine and you stay on it, it's very.
And it's not. And I'm not going there just pushing weight. I'm concentrating on mind muscle connection.
Well, mind muscle. That's why.
That's right.
That's why you have mind muscle shirts
so
as well.
It annoys me when on the comment section, I used to be just like you. Shut the fuck up. No, you weren't. Just because you took a bunch of gear and you have some health issues, you don't know nothing about me. You don't know what I take. You don't know what kind of regimen I'm on. You don't know anything. So don't comment and say, I was like you. I used to be like you. Shut the fuck up. No, you weren't. Period. That's all I got to say about that.
Period. With the T.
Okay.
You okay? You're getting a little worked up there.
I'm just I did
Are
because.
you already sweating out the trend?
I'm not sweating. It's just the trend in me.
Are you already sweating this trend out?
Yeah. Well, now.
Whoa. You're out of breath? You're talking, you're out of breath, you're breathing heavy.
That's another one.
Don't. You're going to have a heart attack at 40. Like, who wishes that on people?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, we're here, we're having a go. Like, our skits, our comedy, like, we don't bother anybody. I don't like that shit. One thing we can't stand is bullies and people that annoy other people, for their own benefit. We are against that shit. That's why we don't bother anybody at the gym. Anybody that's in our videos are wanting to be in our videos. So we make sure of that. And yes, the comments, they're fucking like, the hateful comments, like.
First of all, but at the same time, I love those comments.
You do. You love going back and forth. Most of the time, the person that's going back and forth with you is Zach. It's not me. I'll block you. I'll block you right away. Zach loves to fucking engage with that bullshit. I don't know why.
Because I love the haters, bro. It means we're doing something.
Very good point.
I love it.
If they're not hating, you're doing fucking nothing. So actually, keep on hating. Keep on, I don't know for what. We're providing comedy to the world that's so serious. Like,
whoa. You're preaching to take trend to teenagers. Stop it.
Bro, they've been taking trend. Newsflash. That's another thing. Like, you guys, a lot of comments like, oh, you're preaching steroids. Newsflash, buddy, steroids have been around for a fucking 20 semi years. People are taking them, and we're bringing that out. Like, your favorite influencer, that's what we're here for. Your favorite influencer that you think is natty and is doing a great job is not natty.
But you know what's really funny, though, is that they're going to come to our page and be like, why are you preaching steroids? And go to the biggest fake natty, and they're like, I'm applauding this guy. He's the best.
Yes, exactly.
He's the best. Because people want to be that ostrich in the sand. And it's like, I don't see anything. I don't hear anything.
Ostrich in the sand?
You never heard that?
Tell me about that.
Really?
Tell me.
Ostriches put their head in the sand.
Oh, okay, and pretend like they don't see shit.
That's exactly right.
Oh, I like that.
You never monkey see, monkey do, and they got the eye like this, they cover it like this?
Yeah.
You ever seen that, the three monkeys?
Yeah, I know monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
like that analogy, yeah. You're so right, you're dead right on that.
But seriously, like, we're not preaching anything. The funny part is that that's why we say all of our skits are predicated on what everybody else is doing.
What's going on right now? We're just exposing what is going on right now. I'd say 70% of the people that go to your gym, any bigger gym, have done or are doing some performance enhancement drugs, and that's just the way it is, right?
I'd have to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Even growing up and everything else, like, I mean, I'm gonna go get myself this, I'm gonna get this, check what I got. I mean,
yeah.
Bro, now I just think that everything is just a lot easier to access. I think ease of access right now.
Absolutely. I mean, you fucking Google it and it comes up, 10s and 20s, fucking, we're not gonna tell you how to do it, but it's so easy access right now.
But even the TRT clinics. You have tons of these TRT clinics. I mean, I go in, you don't know what they're doing.
You go in and they're shooting trend right as soon as you walk into you.
I didn't want to call anybody.
Hey, Zach, trend, DECA, test. You come out here.
That's still natty. I mean, you're still natty with that, though.
With trend, DECA test? Yeah, I guess. Natty. Yeah, all right. Well, unless it's a gram of each.
One gram.
Yeah, grammar test, grammar trend. Grandma knows what's best. How about like, okay, let's get to this topic I actually wanted to cover. How about when the old heads, like, I don't know who, this famous old head, I guess, and all props to him. I mean, the guy is a professional. I don't know I forgot who he was, but they just interviewed him. He was a top pro. And he's like, oh yeah, back then, all I took was just test and when competing, when on stage before competing, it was just Anavar. That's it. It was hard work, sleep, and diet. That's the reaction I wanted right there. Yeah, it was just test Anavar back then. Like we didn't use all this heavy shit. Like, Zach, you want to tell him or what?
Bro, I don't even think they knew what they were taking. I think they had a vial.
Yes.
Take all of this, bro, and this is going to work. That's where the term bro science came up from.
Yeah, like I think you nailed it where you said back then it was the wild west. And we have so much more, right now, we have so much more information about things. We're more aware of what's gonna do what. Like, okay, there's repercussions if I take this much stuff and this much. We're cycling, we know about this. Back then, they didn't know shit. They literally they were handed shit and they were just taking it, injecting it, swallowing it left and right. And then they think they were just on test and Anavar. Meanwhile, they're taking 5-6 compounds that they're thinking like it's vitamins and shit like that. They had no fucking clue, like 20, 30 years ago, what's going on. So for them to come out and say, oh, I was only on this. Really? Were you really?
Yeah.
Like, I to look like that, I mean, you won tons of pro shows and you say you're only on a little bit of test and some Anavar? I don't think so. I think people were at your local gym or wherever you're going, they were just handing you shit left and right and you were taking it. Because that's how it was back then. You had no research, you had no information, there was no Google, there was no outside sources, there was no online coaching. It would just literally take this, it'll give you a better workout. Oh, okay. And fucking.
That's it.
That's it. And you go work out like, oh, okay, whatever it took worked, but I'm still natty. They had no fucking clue. So
that's the guy.
So come on, let's be honest. This day and age, people and these guys are saying, "Oh, I've never taken this much stuff." Like, this day and age is just everything is so on the internet. Where everything is on the internet.
Like we said, it's just readily available.
Readily available, but all the information is there. Anybody that has any pro that has health issues, you're gonna hear about it. This and that. Back then, guys died left and right. You just didn't hear about it. That's just how it was.
I'm a big fan of wrestling. Growing up, I think you were too.
A little bit, yeah.
And it's funny. A lot of these guys are passing away.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to point right to the steroid use.
Yeah.
Steroid use. He was taking too much steroids. But they don't take.
But they were.
No, they were 150%. And those entertainers were great. But how many times in the interviews are they coked up?
Yes.
They're coked up throughout the day. They're taking steroids. Then they're taking pain pills. And then they're taking pills to go to sleep.
So true. Yes.
When you're manipulating your body like that, it's not just one source. And how many of these guys could have genetic health issues that, we truly don't know about?
Good point as well. But yes, when you're taking stuff, performance enhancements, you're taking coke to get yourself fired up. You're taking sleeping pills, pain pills. Your body's just gonna fucking give up.
What do you think is gonna happen? That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, so true.
But you don't. The point is that you don't know what a person's doing. That's number one.
You don't.
Number two, you don't really.
Unless they say 100% natty in their bio. Then we know they're natty because it says it in their bio.
Lifetime
natty.
You are 100% natty.
Right. Even though they look like gorillas and they're veined out of their brains, they're still somehow lifetime. There's just great genetics. Just amazing genetics, right?
Great genetics. I don't know what to tell you. What else do you say?
Just great job. Like I remember one guy, like we were tagged in and we commented something. And the guy was like, "Don't be mad because your genetics is not superior like mine." I'm like, oh.
getting to, on that point though, though, genetics. You know, genetics comes up, and I think it is a thing of topic and a talk about.
Yeah.
Because just because you take steroids, just because you take tren, you can go the harshest or whatever. If your receptors and genetically you're not gifted, you know, there is a certain degre that does play into that.
How many DMs? Yeah, you're so right. How many DMs we get? I'm taking this and this. Why don't I look like, you know? I don't even feel they DM us saying they don't even feel anything when they take all this shit. Like, bro, you're not meant to be a fucking big ass bodybuilder. I know my limits. I know, like, I'm not meant to be a fucking IFBB pro. I'm like, you know, you got to know your limits in this game.
Bro, but you know what? If you stepped on stage, you're just a little bit smaller and look exactly like Steve Kukla.
Yeah, I'm the Wish version of Steve Kukla.
What's up, Steve? Steve's
Shout
awesome.
out to Steve,
Shout out to Steve Kukla, man. What a great guy.
Awesome Steve, guy. Kathy, hey. What's up? We're actually shooting our first podcast right now. So we want you guys ask us any questions right now. This is a question segment of our podcast from you. So please ask away.
Man, we never behave. Come on.
We are never behaving, Kathy. Come on.
All right, cool. All right, looks like the audio is a lot better. Good stuff.
Thank you guys, appreciate it. Big Steve, we're coming out to see you sometime in mid-July. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be fucking awesome.
We're gonna have a blast.
Hell yeah.
Steve, they say I look like you, but I'm the Wish version of you. What do you think about that? I'm the natty version of Steve Kuklo.
Tren hex or try?
What is that?
How about Tren no ester? Yo, how about that pre-workout I showed you? We were looking to bullshitting online, and we saw this pre-workout. It's called like U4. This shit had a test no ester, Tren no ester, anadrol and T-ball.
That's
as a pre-workout, liquid form. What the fuck? Anyways, ask us questions, guys.
How much protein per meal is 60 grams too much?
60 grams is quite a lot. I'm not sure your body is fully, utilizing it. So it depends where it's coming from as well.
You're his New York twin, by the way.
I'm his New York twin, yeah.
I saw Haley pop on. She said that you're natty daddy.
Natty.
Can you send natty t-shirts to the UK?
Yes, we can. We ship mostly worldwide, right? Yeah.
How should I start off with tren dosage?
Have you taken the test?
We are not doctors. We are not doctors.
We're not?
Oh shit, that's right.
We're gym doctors.
We're
gym bro doctors. Honestly, like, tren is great, but start off with tests first.
Bro, get your diet straight, man.
Yeah.
We actually.
Tren is overrated, man.
I agree. I mean, look, I know when you're going to competition and you're already that lean and things are happening quickly.
That's when it works
dieting
best.
Down. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Everything is just on point. That's a totally different situation.
That's when it works best. Yeah.
But to sit there and just go
jump on
in,
trend, yeah.
What age did you guys start your first cycle?
Good question. I was 26, 25, 26. I'm 38 now.
I was around the same, I think, taking tests.
Yeah. Wait, you were born natty? That's fucking weird. Oh, show him your shirt. He's natty right now, guys,
I'm natty right now.
Right now, yeah.
13 and a half hours now.
How do you stop acne on TRT?
Jeez.
Yeah, someone else said, oh no, they didn't. Accutane is really, dude.
Accutane, but then again, that's a prescription drug, so be careful. That'll also fuck up that'll mess with your liver as well.
A lot of side effects.
A lot of side effects come with it, so, but that Accutane will do it, but be really careful. Make sure you get it from your doctor and do safe blood work. Otherwise, just take a shower right after the gym. Literally, don't keep the sweat on your body. Shower.
How can Liver King be natty?
More than
natty than O'Hearn.
How can what? How can Liver King be natty? Well, That's an easy question. He's not.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way.
I mean, this guy, again, he comes up every topic we do. He doubled down and now he's not. He's just,
Synthol, bro. If you inject synthol, how often do you need to change the oil?
I would assume like a car every 6 months to a year. I don't know. That's a great question. Oil change time.
Guys, if you want merchandise and shirts and everything else, 50% Natty spelled out.
Get the new Varby and Tren.
We got Varby and Tren. We're gonna put this shirt out here. I'm Natty right now. That was one of our first bigger skits. What was Rich putting in his arms? You guys already know what piano.
Well, I think I've heard what's one of his buddies talk about. I forgot his name. Armand. He said he was using enhancement oil. So it wasn't exactly synthol. He was using enhancement oil, which was really expensive, he said. And this is coming from his close friend. So he was pinpointing enhancement oil in his body. That's why he could not lift a lot of weight. You ever seen him work out? His muscles don't even move and he's not pushing a lot of weight. But he looked like a freak. And he was, his with Rich Piana, he was a lot satire too, is what you guys don't understand. But a lot of kids believe, he'll tell you to do an 8-hour arm workout. And a lot of the kids actually did an 8-hour arm workout. And they're like, he was trolling you guys.
Steve said he heard it was fillers that they use in the faces of people.
That's exactly it. Enhancement oil,
so
yeah.
like the enhancement.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because I've seen before and after shots.
Yeah.
Just recently of piano.
Yeah, which by the way, he was a pro bodybuilder before he jumped on the oil. I mean, this guy was in phenomenal competitive shape.
He had a great shape, I will say.
Yeah.
Is Michael Hearn natural?
Yes, and we hope to connect with Michael Hearn. We hope to connect with him and watch our next skit. Well, actually, watch our skit tomorrow. It's gonna be funny, and we hope we can do it with Michael Hearn.
I can't see your face because you keep moving.
Oh, sorry.
Cycle for a female.
Cycle for a female, low dose of Animar, 5 mg of Animar, obviously blood work, and you could bump it up to, I know some women bumped it up to 20, 25, and they also like Primo. Women love Primo, right?
Women do love Primo.
Because it's one of the safest steroids you can take.
What is Dana Lynn Bailey? What is she taking?
Dana Lynn Bailey, Tess, D-Ball, Deca, she's considering dabbling with Tren.
If anybody's got a line on that, I would love to know.
What's your Tuesday workout?
Tuesdays, that's when we film, and that is trap day, baby. Shoulders and traps. So that's why you guys say my traps are out of control. It's because they're pumped on purpose, because that's when we actually do most of our filming.
Transgender is one of the best ones yet.
Appreciate that. We love that
I
one.
think with the transgender, we tied everything in. We tied everything that was happening, nationally with the whole transgender movement. We tied in the trend, like for the transgender for the gym, and obviously we tied in O'Hearn, to that whole thing.
Yeah, and shout out to O'Hearn for commenting, and finding our stuff funny, because. O'Hearn, as I previously mentioned.
Well, you guys are going to see it in the podcast that we just filmed. We're talking a lot about how 50 started. We mentioned, O'Hearn. We mentioned a couple other guys that in the industry or whatnot, and kind of where the industry that we think is going and what's going on right now. So tune in. We're going to go ahead and.
How long can you stay on trend?
Year round. No.
20, what is that? 20 weeks, right?
20 small, basic, simple stuff.
Yeah,
20-week cycle is small. No, trends should only be taken like 8 to 12 weeks max.
Can you add HGH directly to the penis for a little region-specific growth?
Interesting. I actually have never heard that. Zach, you experienced that. Did it work?
Why are you telling everybody what I experienced?
Shit.
That's my place to tell them.
Well, tell them.
Doesn't work, guys. It doesn't work.
All right.
Trend heartburn. Am I the only one?
No.
Apple cider vinegar right before bed.
You're not the only one.
Apple cider vinegar right before bed. That will help you.
What does 50% natty mean? That's a great question. You're going to find out on the podcast, but more importantly, go to our page and you'll go ahead and see our very first skit.
The first video that we did.
We pinned it.
Yeah.
Did steroids affect your sex life?
What sex life?
What's sex life?
Zach, you want to take this one? Watch our podcast.
Watch our podcast. Riff Raff River. No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
What do you use for tendon health?
Tendon health? Omegas. You take omegas every day.
Omegas. Yeah, fish oil, omegas, and almonds and olive oil.
Good fats.
Good fats.
Always good fats.
Yeah.
How do I get a hold of Natty merchandise in the UK?
We ship to the UK. Go to our website. We ship it.
50percentnatty.com, spelled out FIFTY. And it's in our bio too, guys. So check out our bio.
What is Rich Piana putting in his arms?
We just answered that. Enhancement oil.
Yeah. Are SARMs worth it?
No. Do not. Don't ever take SARMs, guys. Stay away from that stuff.
You know, SARMs are like this, to me, are like the synthetic. So, you know, if you have, and I'm going to tailor it back to maybe some, you know, drugs, but they have spice and then they have marijuana. Why are, you know, you're going to do spice, people get fucked up by that stuff.
Very true. Very true. If you know, I think our actual steroids, if you do it the right way and get them monitored by blood work, are safer than SARMs. SARMs they're all oral and they really mess your liver up.
Yeah, I agree.
They're really toxic.
Do either of you compete in bodybuilding or have in the past?
Well, Zach doesn't compete, but he coaches competitors online.
Yeah, I'm an online coach. Basically, I tell them, guys, if you want results, you can go ahead and see one of our latest videos. But the secret is up the trend.
Up the trend.
Up it.
Yeah.
Are you ever going to come to the UK?
Maybe one day. We're planning to do a trip to Dallas, Las Vegas, and California.
That's right.
If I live in Mexico, what is better to eat or take Tren? Because I don't have a lot of money.
Trembolone sandwiches. Who says that? Robert Frank?
Yeah.
He came up with that. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
What's your favorite cycle to run?
My honest opinion, Test and Anavar. That's it. I love it.
You're also lean, dude. You're also lean.
Thank you.
So
it's the Anavar.
I mean, your tone, you're definitely toned.
Excuse me?
Your tone.
Those are fighting words.
Bro, your tone.
Listen here, healthy guy.
Who's healthy?
Listen here, healthy guy.
I'm not healthy. Oh, I mean.
Anyways, all right. Well.
Quickest way to cut belly fat.
There is no quick way. There isn't. You can't reduce spot fat. Your fat is going to reduce however your body wants it to reduce.
Is EQ and Tren a good combo? I think we answered that.
All right, I think that's good.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, guys. We appreciate you guys joining our live.
Last thing. You look natty. You look natty.
We're done. Cut it. Done.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. Much love.
Everything. Much love. Like we said, we
Where are you
love
going?
you guys.
Where are you going?
I'm going away.
You're like say bye and you're physically walking away.
He wants to talk to me.
I want to talk to him. I want to have my minute.
That's what it looked like you're doing. Like bye, you're physically leaving. All right, guys. Hey, watch for our post
So guys, listen
tomorrow.
to the podcast. We're going to be dropping. It's not a podcast. It's a GYMCAST.
GYMCAST, baby.
We're going to be dropping that in the next day or two. We'll go ahead and shoot it on the story or whatnot. But make sure you tune in and take a look at it. It's going to be on YouTube, and we might take some clips from it and everything else. So we love you guys, and we appreciate everybody. And anything else?
That's it. Thank you, guys. Watch our skit tomorrow. It's going to be hilarious.
Tune in tomorrow morning, bro. Bye, guys.
All right, so we just answered some questions on Instagram Live. I think that's it. Thank you guys for joining our first podcast, GYMCAST actually. More to come. Zach, you want to add anything?
No, I think we covered a lot. So this GYMCAST is going to be we might break up some segments, but eventually, maybe once a week, something like that. And tune in, like and subscribe. YouTube, Instagram, we're on it all. Everything will be in the description. And we love you guys, you know? And we even love the haters. We want all that smoke, man.
Definitely. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.